Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry if I seem super dark. Let me try to fix this. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with another video, and let me just first say, the last video I made, I want to thank all of you guys for praying for me. It really meant so much to me, and I think you guys' prayers worked because days after I posted that video, me and my boyfriend actually got a call back saying that we were approved for the house. So that meant so much to me, for all of you guys who took the time to pray and to, say positive, uplifting comments on the video. It meant so much to me. And thank you for all the new subscribers for finding my channel attractive to subscribe. It means so much to me. I see all of the positive comments that's left on past videos and things of that nature. And I just want to say, I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. It means so much to me. Life is moving in the right direction, and I just want to say thank you. It means so much. But anyway, I wanted to jump in to a hair video, which has been a long time since I've made a hair video or talking about locks. But this particular status that was posted on Facebook recently kind of drew my eye to make a video about it. I did make a video similar to this in the past, but there's nothing wrong with recapping. That's the past. We're in 2018 now. So I'm going to make another video kind of similar to that first video that I made in the past. I saw a Facebook post where this young woman on my Facebook, she is inspired to lock her hair. And she has been inspired to lock her hair for a couple of months now. She's been inspired from Google photos, from Pinterest, from YouTube videos, and she wants to move forward with the process of locking her hair. But the only thing that's holding her back and that fear that she has of locking her hair is her neatness. She is a person who now she wears a lot of weaves. She gets her hair done, and she can't go too long without having her hair done. So she wants to know if she will feel comfortable enough to lock her hair, and once she get locked, to pass the baby locking stage and to also pass the new growth stage when it comes to retwisting. I've always mentioned this in my videos, and I've always mentioned this to people that I did talk to who don't know about locks or who's interested in locking their hair, is you're going to have that stage that you just have to pass. There was a time before I started locking my hair, and I was the only person in my family at the time to lock my hair, that I didn't know anything about that. Well, I knew about the stage, but I didn't know how much of a challenge it would be. But it's kind of anything else in life. If you really want to do something, that stage is a small part, and it's just like a small hump you'll just have to get over. Everyone passes the baby locking stage. Locks are not meant to be super neat all the time. If you are constantly retwisting your hair and you want your locks to grow long and luscious and healthy, you have to stop that process of constantly retwisting your hair, because your hair is going to break off from the tightness, from the neatness. Just like if you constantly get braids repeatedly where you know that your edges are, their headline is weak, and you keep getting braids added to that, it's going to pull your hair out. It's the same thing with locks, but it's just that your hair is actually your hair, and you're actually damaging your hair when you constantly retwist and look for neatness. I always say to educate yourself before locking your hair, and I always say just to read about it, just to constantly watch YouTube videos of people who've been locking their hair for years. Google is another good resource, Pinterest, or whatever you're comfortable with, and actually get down to the gritty of what it's like to lock your hair and to pass those first stages of your journey, because that's what it's called. It's a journey, and it's called a journey for a reason. You're going to have your days that are going to be rough. You're going to have your days where you look great. You're going to have bad hair days, and you're going to have good hair days. In the lock community, there is a such thing as a bad hair day. I've heard this before where people say, I don't think there's a such thing as a bad hair day in the lock community. That is a lie. There is a such thing as a bad hair day in the lock community. I have it all the time. I think I'm having it right now. It's just easier to maintain, and it's just easier to just get up and go. You don't have to worry about doing too much to it, but there is a such thing as having a bad hair day in the lock community. You'll have times where you'll love your locks, and you'll have days where you hate your locks. You'll have days where you want to cut your locks off, and you'll have your days where you want to keep them. It's the same thing with anything in life. It's the same thing with locks. But like I said, I'm not a hairdresser. I'm not a loctician. I'm just speaking from personal experiences of what I've been through when it came down to locking your hair and being interested into locking your hair. Locks are not meant to be neat. Locks are made to have you at your most natural and comfortable state. I used to be the person who used to love having, braids all the time. So I was used to the tightness. I was used to the neatness. And once my new growth started to come in when I had braids, I wanted to take them out even when they didn't look that bad. It's just the process you have to go through. It's just the change you have to be used to. And it's just life itself in general. It's a small part of the lock hair journey that you're going to be processing and going through. But once you go through that, you'll get used to it and you won't even worry about the neatness anymore. Because like I said, locks can be a big deal depending on who you are. And if you're worried about that as far as the neatness, then maybe you should hold off from locking your hair, because locks, as you see, most and majority of people who have locked hair don't keep their hair neat all the time. It's just not going to work. If you constantly do that, your roots will start to get thin, your hair will break off, and it won't be a good look for you. So having thick roots, there's nothing wrong with having thick roots, but there is still a time where people aren't familiar with it and they've been used to having their hair done for so long constantly that having thick roots is just not comfortable for them. And I understand completely. But I definitely, had my suggestion. I kind of told her the same thing I just told in the video when I wrote to her. It's an honor to know that more people are getting involved in locking their hair. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful journey. A lot of people won't talk about the ups and downs in the journey, but sometimes you need to get very familiar with the downs more than the ups, because there are going to be the times in your life when you're locking your hair where you're going to be like, oh, I want to take this hairstyle out. I don't want to lock my hair anymore. And honestly, a lot of people did that because they haven't actually thought things through. They kind of just went into doing it, and they haven't thought it through, and they haven't seen how much locks can be a struggle, especially in that first few months or first year of locking your hair. I say the first year is the roughest year. But if you can get through that year and not worry about what people think about you and not worry about how your hair should look, honestly, when you don't pay attention to your hair as much, that's when your hair starts growing like weeds. I know for me personally, the first year I was locking my hair, I didn't know how much the process was going. And now that my sister is she's just recently started locking her hair. She's been in it for about almost a year now. And she says, I didn't know how the process was of my hair growing until I look back at old pictures and I started to see how long and how mature they started to grow. So just keep that in mind. It's just a small part of the journey, but when you're not paying attention to it, of course, take care of your hair, do your daily routines, talk to a loctician about, washing your hair, certain products you should use in your hair, and stuff of that nature. But when you don't pay too much attention to your hair, you will see how much the process is, and it will be all worth it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys for listening and watching, and more importantly, once again, thank you guys for praying for me, and I hope to see you guys in my next upcoming video very soon. Much peace and love to you all. Bye, guys.